The playoffs are in full swing and teams are fighting to advance to the next round as they pursue eternal basketball glory. Today's video sponsor DraftKings is bringing the high stakes action to all new customers. DraftKings Sportsbook is offering all new customers $150 in bonus bets instantly. Yep, that's right, new customers bet just $5 on any wager and new customers will receive $150 in bonus bets instantly. Wondering what you could use $150 in bonus bets on? Try DraftKings same game parlays where you can combine multiple bets from the same game into one big bet for a shot at even bigger payout. You can still get in on the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy where they offer cash prize contests for nearly every sport. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code TheSoulDrop, bet $5 on any wager and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code TheSoulDrop only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Drop, and this is Trae Young's budget shoe. Why does he have a budget shoe? Why does he need a budget shoe? Like, I don't know. Damian Lillard doesn't even have one, and Harden doesn't really even have one anymore. So I guess he has a step back line, but I don't know. But anyways, Trae Young has a budget shoe line. It's going for 95. Oh no, wait, no. Damian Lillard does have one. He has a Dame certified. My apologies. But anyways, this shoe is going for 95 bucks, the exact same price as the Dame certified. And yeah, if you guys do want to cop, I try to leave in the link in the description box. But let's get it started off with the Tracciones. And in this colorway, we have a solid black rubber outsole with this kind of like curved pattern going on, right? It's kind of curves out from these like oval shapes, right? And then we have a little bit of herringbone here in the heel with the Adidas logo. So how is the traction? So the traction is actually pretty damn nice on a clean court. If you're playing on a clean court, or if it's like humid, right? It gets pretty damn sticky on a clean court and has a really good bite, right? However, it's not very good on dust. It's not terrible on dust, right? But also it's not good. You know, I was sliding around a little bit. It was picking up a good amount of dust as well. It is a pretty easy wipe, right? It's a very easy wipe. You know, you just do a slight wipe or two, but it does pick up dust fast and it's affected by dust a good amount as well. Like the bite just is not good. It wasn't dangerous, right? I wasn't sliding around like crazy, but just not a good bite on a dusty court. So if you're playing on a dusty court, probably stay away from the shoe, right? I wouldn't, again, like I said, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great, right? As far as the outdoor use goes, outdoor use, you should be fine. The rubber is actually quite hard. You got some deep grooves and you have a lot of surface area. There's a lot of rubber going throughout this entire outsole. So outdoor use, you should be good to go. So to put into perspective, just like my experience, I do have an LA Fitness pretty damn close to me where they resurfaced the court and it's very clean there, right? I was having a very good time playing in the shoe when I was, you know, playing on that court. But when I was playing like the 24-hour fitness court, which tends to be a little bit dirtier and a little bit dustier, I was not having the best time, right? I found myself wiping a lot and sliding around just a tiny bit, so I just be careful on that. But for the most part, like I said, I did enjoy it on a clean court. All right, moving on to the heel to toe transition is very smooth here in the Trae Unlimited. Super duper nice. Here in the heel, we have a nice rounded shape, as you guys can see, and this bounce cushion is really soft. Then here in the forefoot, we have a very nice curve shape, and look at that, super duper flexible here in the forefoot. However, torsion support is very good. There seems to be a midfoot chain plate, right? Look at that. So yeah, when you're doing heel dominant strides down the court, it feels extremely smooth, which I do like. It doesn't feel clunky, it doesn't feel boot-like or anything. And now moving on to the cushioning setup, the bounce, it's using full-length bounce and it's actually pretty damn nice. They made it soft here in the Trae Unlimited, you know? Sometimes they make bounce a little bit stiffer, sometimes they make it super soft. So here in the Trae Unlimited, it actually feels pretty damn soft. Here in the heel, we do have a good amount of compression. Impact protection also is adequate. It felt really good. My feet didn't really hurt at all. There's a nice little subtle bounce to the cushion as well, but for some reason, it felt a little bit softer than normal. Or like, I guess, softer than how bounce normally feels, rather than bouncy, but that's still pretty damn nice. Step-in comfort was okay though. Step-in comfort wasn't the best. The insole is actually pretty damn nice, which is weird for Adidas, because Adidas usually gives us a super thin like paper stock insole, so they're giving us like a regular like ortholite like foamy insole, so that felt nice. But underneath that, the stroke board is super freaking stiff. So step-in comfort, not the best, but everything else pretty nice. Court feel is okay. You know, I would say it's like average court feel. It's not amazing, it's not terrible. So for the most part, I couldn't really complain. It's a overall pretty nice cushioning setup, but nothing amazing, right? So there is the cushioning setup there. Moving on to the materials. Again, you know, I think that you can see kind of the theme of this shoe. It's nothing amazing, but also not terrible, right? So we have like a mesh material, which feels really cheap. You know, it's super duper thin, however, right? Conforms to your foot extremely well. And as you guys can see, these 3 stripes, it's not just like paint or anything. You know, there's actually like a material underneath this mesh, right? So it makes the overall material here in the forefoot a lot more supportive, which I do like. So we have that, and then here in the midfoot, it actually stays extremely thin, but also you can see the synthetic material that they're using here on the lateral and medial side, which is pretty damn cheap feeling. However, one thing that I really liked about the shoe or the upper is the tongue. The tongue is very well padded, feels very nice and cozy, super comfortable on top of your foot, so that felt great. It's also an independent tongue. And then here in the ankle area, we do have a good amount of padding as well, which feels very nice and cozy. So it felt really comfortable on foot, honestly. You know, a quality, can't really complain because it's a budget shoe, it's 95 bucks. But it felt really nice on foot. You know, here in the forefoot and also here in the midfoot, it's really minimal, very thin material. And then on top of your foot with the tongue and also in the ankle area, super cozy, very comfortable, right? So yeah, honestly, I did like the material on foot. And now moving on to the fit, same thing. It's a very normal fit. So I went true to size, and here in the toe box, not super snug, but also not super roomy, right? I would say it's just a normal snugness, right? And then for the length, going true to size, I was good to go. My toes go pretty damn close to the edge of the shoe. And also width-wise, I would say it's a very normal width as well. So I would say most people will be probably good going true to size. If you have a super wide foot, maybe just go up half a size, but for the most part, I feel like everyone will be okay going true to size. Now moving on to the support and lockdown. Overall, it's pretty good. For lateral containment, my foot wasn't really coming out of the footbed at all. So we have, as you guys can see, like this white fuse. It's actually like, it adds a little bit of support here in the forefoot on the lateral side. And then here in the midfoot, we have the foam coming up, acting in the sidewall. And then here in the heel, we have a very stiff internal TPU heel counter. So lateral containment, my foot wasn't really coming out of the footbed. However, this material kind of rolls over on itself just a tiny bit. So again, it was good for me. It definitely wasn't even a bad thing. It's just like, I feel like if you want a super duper supportive shoe, I don't know, like the Zion 2s or something, or foam posits, or even like the Cosmic Unity 3, if you want a super supportive shoe, then probably lean towards those. The Trae Unlimited, I feel like for most people, it will be adequate. If you want like a very supportive shoe, then the Trae Unlimited is not the best option, right? Lateral stability, very good. You know, I mean, Adidas does this really well. You know, they make very wide bases. Also here in the forefoot, you're low to the ground as well. So lateral stability was good in this shoe too. And I didn't really have any issues with heel slippage or anything. It wasn't amazing lockdown in the heel. Like my heel was kind of, it didn't feel super duper locked down, right? But again, it wasn't terrible, right? So that's kind of like the theme of the shoe. Like so far, it's not amazing, but also it's not terrible. I would just say it's just pretty damn nice, right? All right, moving on to the weight of the shoe. Okay, so again, this shoe, not super light, not super heavy. So 13.8 ounces, right? Let's check the other shoe. 13.9 ounces, right? So that's like an ounce or an ounce and a half heavier than average. The average weight of my shoes is around 12.5 ounces. So yeah, again, not too heavy, not too light. I mean, I guess if it was like 12.5 ounces, that's average. But yeah, so it does feel like a little bulky, just a tiny bit, just because, you know, there is a good amount of foam here in the back of the shoe. And also, I guess, I don't know what it is with Adidas designers, but they love to do this type of thing with the foam on the lateral side. I don't know why, but this makes the shoe overall feel a little bit bulkier than normal, you know what I mean? So, but again, when I was playing on a clean court, I felt very responsive. Now moving on to the ventilation. So as far as airflow goes, there's just a tiny bit of airflow through this mesh material here in the forefoot. However, not a whole lot, or actually pretty much zero through the tongue. So and also, like I said, it's pretty damn thick here in the tongue and also in the ankle area. So I would say it's just average ventilation. Your feet are gonna be pretty warm in the Trae Unlimited. And now aesthetically, yeah, no. Yeah, I think this is a terrible looking shoe. Okay, so I did see a pretty dope looking colorway though. It's like a very neon orange colorway. But the overall silhouette looks not so good in my personal opinion. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, it's actually a pretty solid shoe. $95? $95. I feel like if you're looking for a comfortable upper, this is a super comfortable shoe, I would say, for the price, right? Like the cushion, I feel like could be a little bit more soft if you want like super duper comfy, but still overall very comfortable shoe. Like a very flexible sole, overall pretty comfortable cushion. I love the foam here in the back, but also this minimal upper feels very nice and comfortable here in the forefoot as well. So yeah, if you want a super comfortable shoe that does everything pretty well, then this is a great shoe. A very good budget option. Is it my favorite though? Not really. Nothing really stood out to me that much about this shoe, right? But for the most part, I did enjoy my time in the Trae Unlimited. So yeah, the main thing is if you're trying to save money, 95 bucks, then this is a pretty good option. Pretty good option for guards and pretty good option for bigger dudes, right? Bigger players. But like I said, not the best for guards, but also not the best for bigger dudes just because this isn't the most supportive shoe. So if I was to like rate the shoe, I give it like a B, a solid B or a B minus, right? But anyways, that about concludes my performance review of the Trae Unlimited. Again, if you guys do want to cop, I'll try to leave an affiliate link in the description box, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.